Hello students, welcome back to today's class. Currently we are doing our exercise 9.3. This exercise is containing problems related to bar graphs. So we have already learnt about bar graphs. We have also solved some questions regarding bar graphs. And in our last class we have completed our question number 1 of this exercise. And today we are going to start from question number 2. So observe this bar graph carefully. In question number 2 it is written, observe this bar graph which is showing the sale of shirts in a ready-made shop from Monday to Saturday. So here we can see that a horizontal line is given which is representing number of shirts sold and a vertical line which is representing number of days from Monday to Saturday. And here we can see that some horizontal bars are there. Horizontal bars means here we can see that this line is known as horizontal line and all these bars are parallel to this line, means parallel to this horizontal line. So that's why these bars are known as horizontal bar graphs. Okay. And in our first question we have got some bars like this. In this way we have got some bars which are parallel to vertical lines. So that's why that bar graphs are known as vertical bar graphs. And here we are getting horizontal bar graphs. So horizontal bar graph means the bar graphs which is parallel to horizontal line, and vertical bar graph means the bar graph which is parallel to vertical line. Now one more thing, 1 unit length equals to 5 shirts. So here we can see that in horizontal line scale is given 0, 5, 10, 15 means 5 gap, 20, 25, 30. In this way number of shirts sold is given and 1 unit length equals to 5 shirts. Here each unit equals to 5 shirts, means 5 units equals to 5 into 5 shirts. So here 1 unit length is representing 5 shirts. Now we move to questions of question number 2. In first question it is written, what information does the above bar graph give? What information does the above bar graph give? So simply this bar graph shows the number of shirts sold from Monday to Saturday. This bar graph shows the number of shirts sold from Monday to Saturday. So we can write it like this. For answer of first question, this bar graph shows the number of shirts sold from Monday to Saturday. This will be the answer of first question. Now we move to the second question. Our second question is, what is the scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shirts? What is the scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shirts? I have already told. Here it is written 1 unit length equals to 5 shirts. So what scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shirts means, we write 1 unit length equals to, answer of question number B, 1 unit length equals to 5 shirts is the scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shards. One unit length equal to 5 shards is the scale chosen on the horizontal line, means this line representing number of shards. So this will be our second question's answer. Now we move to the third question. Our third question is, on which day were the maximum number of shards sold? So from bars we can easily say that on which day were the maximum number of shards sold. The bar having highest height will be the particular bar where the maximum number of shards sold. So here we can see that on Monday 15, Tuesday 10, Wednesday 20, Thursday 35, Friday 50 and Saturday 60. So 60 is the highest here, and the height of this bar is highest here. So for answer it will be, on which day were the maximum number of shards sold. So for answer it will be on Saturday. First part of question number C, on Saturday. The maximum numbers of shards were sold. This will be first part's answer, and maximum number of shards were sold. And second part is, how many shards were sold on that day? How many shards? We have to count how many shards were sold on that day. So on Saturday the bar graph reaches at this. So we can draw a line. In this way we can draw a line, a dotted line, which touches exactly at 60. So for answer it will be 60, means 60 shards were sold on that day. So for answer it will be 60 shards were sold on that day, means on Saturday. Now we move to our next question. Our next question is, on which day were the minimum number of shards sold? On which day were the minimum number of shards sold? So from bar graph we can easily say that the bar which is having shortest height will be our required answer. So here from these bars we can easily say that this bar is having shortest height. So this bar will be our required answer, and it is on Tuesday. So for answer it will be on Tuesday. Question number D, on Tuesday the minimum number of shards were sold. This one will be our answer. Now we move to the next question. Our next question is, how many shirts were sold on Thursday? How many shirts were sold on Thursday? We have to count how many shirts are sold on Thursday. So at first we have to move to Thursday. So here we can see that this bar, and we have to count how many shirts were sold on that day. So we have to draw a dotted line from this bar on the given horizontal line for getting the required number of shirts which were sold on that particular day. So from dotted line we can see that on Thursday 35 shirts were sold. So for answer it will be on Thursday on Thursday 35 shirts were sold. So in first question, let us recapitulate what we have got in our question number 2. In first question it is written, what information does the above bar graph gives? Our first question's answer will be, this bar graph shows the number of shirts sold from Monday to Saturday. Now our second question, what is the scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shirts? What is the scale chosen on the horizontal line? What is the scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shirts? So here it is written 1 unit length equals to 5 shirts. So our answer will be 1 unit length equals to 5 shirts is the scale chosen on the horizontal line for representing number of shirts. Okay. Now our third question, on which day were the maximum number of shirts sold? So we can easily get this answer if we observe the bars carefully. The bar which is having highest length will be our required answer, means that particular day will be our required answer. So here we can see that on Saturday the bar which is having highest length. So on Saturday the maximum number of shirts were sold. Now our second part of question number C, how many shirts were sold on that day? So how many shirts were sold on that day? So for this we have to draw a dotted line from this bar to the horizontal line to get the accurate number. So here we are getting 60. So 60 shirts were sold on that day. Now we move to our fourth question, on which day were the minimum number of shirts sold? So minimum number of shirts sold means we have to check again the bars. The bar which is having shortest height will be our required answer, means that particular day will be the required day. So here we can see that the bar on Tuesday is having shortest height, so it will be the required answer, means on Tuesday the minimum number of shirts are sold. Now we move to our last question, means how many shirts were sold on Thursday. So at first we have to move to Thursday. Here we can see that on Thursday the bar is given, and from the top of bar we have to draw a dotted line on the horizontal line which touches at the number 35, means 35 shirts were sold on that day, means on Thursday. So this much up to question number 2. Now we move to question number 3. Now question number 3. Observe this bar graph which shows the marks obtained by Aziz in half-yearly examination in different subjects. So here we can see that in horizontal line different subjects are there, and in vertical line marks are there. Up 10 to 100 marks are given. So how many subjects are there? Hindi, English, Mathematics, Science, Social Studies. 5 subjects are there. And one more information is given. 1 unit length equals to 10 marks. 1 unit length equals to 10 marks. Means 1 unit length is representing 10 marks here. Now, here we can also see that these bars are known as vertical bars, because here all the bars are parallel to vertical line. Now some questions are given. Our first question is, what information does the bar graph gives? So our first question's answer will be, this bar graph shows the marks obtained by Aziz in different subjects. This bar graph shows the marks obtained by Aziz in different subjects. Now our second question, name the subject in which Aziz scored maximum marks. Name the subject in which Aziz scored maximum marks. So from bar we can easily say that which bar is having maximum height, means highest height. This bar means for subject it is Hindi. So for answer it will be Hindi, which in the name of the subject in which Aziz scored maximum marks. So for answer it will be second question, means question number B. In Hindi, Aziz scored maximum marks. Now our third question, name the subject in which he has scored minimum marks. Similarly, if we observe carefully the bar graph, we can easily see that the bar graph which is having shortest length will be our required answer. So here we can see that this is 80. English is indicating 60 marks. Mathematics is indicating 70 marks. Science is indicating 50 marks. And social studies is indicating 40 marks. So social studies means this bar graph is having minimum height. So for answer it will be in social studies, Aziz has scored minimum marks. So question number C's answer will be in social studies, Aziz has scored minimum marks. Now we move to the next question. Our next question, state the name of the subjects and marks obtained in each of them. So from bar graph we can easily say that state the name of the subjects and marks obtained in each of them. So here in bar graph our first subject is Hindi. So we will write Hindi at first. After that Marks obtained by Aziz in Hindi, we have to write. So from bar graph we can easily say that in Hindi Aziz scored 80 marks. So marks will be 80. For Hindi marks will be 80. Now our second subject, which is English, in bar graph we can say that marks of English is 60. So in English marks will be 60. Now our third subject, mathematics. From bar graph we can easily say that in mathematics marks of Aziz scored in mathematics is 70. So in mathematics score will be 70. After that, science. In science marks obtained by Aziz in science, it's touches at 50. So in science Aziz scored 50 marks. Now our last subject, which is social studies. From bar we can say that the marks obtained by Aziz in social studies is what? Yes, 40. So in social studies marks will be 40. So question number 3 is also completed. Let us recapitulate. Question number 3 again. In first question it is written, what information does the bar graph give? So this bar graph shows the marks obtained by Aziz in different subjects. Now our second question, name the subject in which Aziz scored maximum marks. Name the subject in which Aziz scored maximum marks. So from bar graph we can easily say that in which subject Aziz scored maximum marks. So the bar graph which is having highest height will be the required answer. So here we can see that in Hindi we are getting a bar having highest height. So for answer it will be Hindi. Now our third question, name the subject in which he has scored minimum marks. So the bar which is having lowest height or shortest height will be our required answer. So from bars we can see that the last bar means social studies is having shortest height. So for answer it will be in social studies Aziz has scored minimum marks. Now our last question, state the name of the subjects and marks obtained in each of them. Means here we can see that total 5 subjects are there. So at first we have to write all the subjects, and from bar graph we have to find the marks respectively. So for Hindi we can see that the bar graph touches at 80, so marks will be 80. For English, bar graph touches at 60, marks will be 60. For mathematics, bar graph touches at 70, marks will be 70. For science, bar graph touches at 50, marks will be 50. And for social studies, bar graph touches at 40, so marks will be 40. Now I am giving some homework for you. Your first homework is observe this bar diagram which shows the marks obtained by Mohini in midterm examination in different subjects. And some questions are given. Your first question is, what information does the bar graph give? I am writing here. Your first question, what information does the bar graph give? And your second question, name the subject in which Mohini scored minimum marks. Scored minimum marks. Now your third question. Name the subject in which Mohini has scored maximum marks. And your fourth question and the last question, state the name of the subjects and marks obtained in each of them. So today's class up to this. Thank you.